Morné, you came from the Free State originally. After a long career, you're coming towards the end of it now. Your last game at Loftus is probably, well, I think it is guaranteed to be a crucial game against Free State as well. Is this kind of how you'd like to end things off with the vital Currie Cup game against Free State? You've also, I mean, the Bulls and the Cheetahs have had quite a history in the last sort of all your career.
And the thing that I come from, Bloemfontein, I come from the Cheetahs, and just to play against them is a good one, and to make it it is an important one for us as the Bulls. We can't take it lightly, so we want to go further on to the semis and the final. So it's an interesting one. It's better than finish last weekend against the Griffins. So it's much better to finish against the Cheetahs now at Loftus. So I'm looking forward.
Hope you can.
Kom ons praat sommer terwyl jy besig is met die verwysing van die Cheetahs toe. Ons het 'n bietjie oor daai tyd. Dis nie 'n tyd wat ons almal baie van weet van jou nie. Voordat jy hier by die Bulls opgedaag het.
Ja, dit was op skool gewees. Ek was daar in Sanderposisie gewees wat min mense weet van. Krynweg gespeel daarso, staan dit 9 en 10 of graad 11 en 12 nou. En ek dink is 'n familie, broers, almal bly nog daai kant, so dit is nog steeds 'n diep plek in my hart. Die Bloemfontein in die Vrystaat, so is gaan baie terug om te gaan kuier daarso. So is my lekker om my groot vriend Roan Pina daarso speel. Kans is goed dat hy nie gaan speel die naweek nie as gevolg van familieredes. Maar ek dink is nog steeds diep in my hart die Vrystaat, so is lekker om klaar te maak teen hulle.
Jy praat van Roan, interessant dat jy nou daarvan praat. Julle twee posisies ook. Uiteraard moes julle kompeteerders gewees het op 'n stadium en die woord daar buite is. Julle is twee ouens wat net kan aangaan. Julle raak nie ouer nie.
Ja, het moet seker iets in die water of iets aan Bloemfontein wees of iets wat ons daar gedoen het, maar is vir my great om te sien, hy gaan nog aan, Bismarck wat ook van Bloemfontein afkom, gaan nog aan, so daar moet iets daarso wees, maar is eintlik vir my sleg as hy nie gaan speel nie. Ek sou gelyk het om saam met hom ook klaar te maak en laaste game om te speel, maar ons kom al 'n lang pad saam, klomp keer teen mekaar gespeel, klomp keer saam gespeel al. En soos jy gesê het, ons het gefight oor dieselfde posisie en my eerste toets te kom vervang by die bokke, so is 'n special bond dat ek en hy het.
Morné, just talking about longevity, and obviously you and Johan are both the same. I mean, you've had a hell of a long careers. Do you call it now? Is that kind of like a decision that you planned a while ago, that you said, I'm going to have 2 more years and that's it? Or do you kind of like, are you feeling now like, okay, it's enough?
I think I called it at the box 2 years ago, and I think at this moment is the right time to finish. I think if the Bulls ask me to play another year, I'll definitely play another year. My body's still fine and I can still go, but I think it's a good time to finish now on a nice high note, and hopefully we can finish it well in the Currie Cup as well.
When you thought of your career as a whole, a lot of players obviously you don't start your career and start thinking about the end, but how did you envisage closing out your career? Obviously you went out with the British and Irish Lions, win, a copy and paste of the kick that won the series, and now you could help push the Bulls to a Currie Cup playoff game. When you think about your career as a whole, how would you have liked to have ended?
I think you never think of it like that, to finish your career like that, and you firstly just dream to play for the Boks, you don't even think of finishing up. And I think it's just a privilege actually to finish it on your own time, not because of injury or whatever. It's on your own time you can finish it. And I think the whole Springbok thing was a great time to, like, I started at the Lions and I finished at the Lions, so it was a good one. And the Bulls, like I said, it's still awesome. Yes, awesome to be here and a great vibe in the team, but it's just a good time to finish that as well, and hopefully finish it with a trophy.
In your career, you've had a lot of very high ups and a lot of downs as well, but your numbers that you put up, I mean, your longevity, the player you were, dressing with character as well, a lot of people spoke highly of you. Do you think that you've had a great career when it's all said and done? Is it the kind of career you would have loved to have if you had a choice?
I think if I could have chose this career, I would have taken it from the start. Wouldn't have said no, but Yeah, I think it's been a long career. I've been blessed without injuries. I think that's the main thing. I went my whole career without any big injuries, so that helped me as well. I think the angels were over me. But yeah, just to finish it now, I think it's a good time, and yeah, I'm just happy with the career. All the records and all the stuff is there. But yeah, I always say records are there to be broken. So that's for the younger guys who's coming through now. And yeah, I could just be happy with the career I had.
Now, final one for me. Your happiest moments as a bull, and some of your saddest moments as a bull.
Yeah, in any sport career, you're gonna have ups and downs. And I think 2012, I didn't have a great year with the kicking boot. I can remember that year. It wasn't that great, but yeah, as a number 10, as a rugby player, you're gonna get some sad moments as well. Especially at the number 10 jersey, you're gonna have kicks to win a game and get kicks that you don't win the game. And that's gonna happen. But yeah, I think over my career, I had more positive than negatives, and that's a good thing.
Maar kan jy die eerste dag wat jy by Loftus aankom nog onthou en kan jy glo dat jy vandag hier sit en is dit so vinnig verby gegaan?
Ja, dit is vinnig verbygaan. Ek dink dit was eintlik my matriekvakansie geweest wat ek hier kom oefen het tot net voor Kersfees, so ek het meeste van my matriekvakansie hier so kom oefen.
2002, né?
Einde 2002, ja. So ja, ek het saam met die ou manne, met Frank, Sias Wagner, daai klomp ouens nog wat ek dit is in die kleedkamer kom gaan sit jy maar eerder op die grond voor jy gaan sit. Daar was nog daai junior senior ding geweest, so ja, maar ja, en ja, as jy sê 4 uur uit en dan is dit weer verby. Dit was so 21 jaar wat verby is. En dit gaan so vinnig verby, so elke ou daar buite geniet elke oomblik, jy weet nooit wanneer die einde is nie.
Morné, what are you going to miss the most about playing professional rugby? And what are you glad you won't have to do anymore?
Yeah, if I see the planning for the pre-season camps and fitness and stuff they're planning, but yeah, that was also part of the whole building a team and whatever. But I think the most thing I'm gonna miss is making the friends. I'm still talking to a lot of friends overseas, playing against New Zealand, still speak to guys who I played against there, and even in France now, and even at the Bulls as well. You make lifelong friends, of lifetime friends. So I think that's the whole thing. Just the rugby games and trophies are there. You talk about it, but mostly that stories off the field and all the fun and naughty things you did together. I think that's the thing I'm going to miss the most.
Ek dink jy is bietjie baie jy gee jouself nie genoeg krediet vir eintlik die harde sportman en gedissiplineerde ou wat jy eintlik is nie. En hoekom ek dit sê is, ek en een van ons kollegas het op 'n stadium toe die Loftus B-veld nog daai restaurant gehad het, ek gaan nou nie sy naam sê nie. Toe is dit in die reën op 'n stadium wat jy daar oefen, agtermiddag reën. Dit was nog super rugby tyd gewees. Jy het die skoppepale toe een skop na die ander gedoen en ons het so na mekaar gekyk en gesê, yes. Kan jy dit onthou?
Ja, ek was baie sulke tye en ek het vanoggend op Jacaranda ook daar gepraat. Ek dink deesdae die jonger generasie sit nie meer daai werk in wat hulle moet doen nie. Ek dink hulle oefen so hard as wat hulle moet doen nie. En ek dink daai as jy sê of dit reën, haal, sneeu, jy staan daar so en jy sit die ure in met nodig het, maak dit makliker as jy Saterdag op die game kom. Is net soveel makliker om dit te kan doen. So ja, vir my is net, jy weet, as geen kort baie na sukses toe nie. Ek dink my pa het ook van kleins af geleer. So ja, dis maar die sukses wat ek nou behaal is as gevolg van dit.
Ons het ook eendag gesels daaroor, ek het jou gevra hoe bly jou lyf so in stand en jy het gesê jy doen nog strekwerk omdat jy gimnastiek gedoen het. Praat 'n bietjie daaroor.
Ja, ek dink ek het vanoggend ook daaroor gepraat. Ek dink baie keer gaan dit vir ouetjies veral op skool, kyk hoe groot jy kan wees, hoe sterk jy kan wees, en ek dink hulle dink te veel, dis die belangrike ding, maar vir my is soepelheid, en ek dink dit het deur my carrière ook gedra, is genoeg strek, hoe meer fleksibel jy is, en hoe meer posisies kan jy jou lyf sit wat ander ouens nie kan doen nie. So vir my, flexibility speel 'n groot rol. Jy moet gym, jy moet sterk wees, jy moet groot wees, ek verstaan al goed, maar hoe meer fleksibel jy is, hoe beter. Ek dink dit my gehelp in my carrière teenoor beserings, kniebesering en daai goed is nou geleer nou maar ek dink as jy jou lyf in 'n posisie kan sit wat ander ouens nie kan nie, help dit jou op 'n besering vlak, dink ek.
Laaste vraagie oor loopbaan vorentoe. Ek weet jy gaan by skole betrokke raak, jy gaan hier in Pretoria betrokke raak. Praat 'n bietjie daaroor.
Ja, ek het laasweek 'n meeting met die Bulle ook gehad. Hulle wil ek by die juniors ook betrokke wees. Ek gaan nie so help met die skoppe en die kicking game en al daai dinge. So ons sal nog presies die ding in plek sit. So ek sien soos 'n konsultant wees. En dan is ek by Gasfontein Hoërskool betrokke. Ek help daarso met die skoppe daarso ook. So ek het vanoggend ook gesê ek dink daar's 'n groot leemte in ons land op skole vlak veral. Op die met skoppe en daai goeders. So ek dink almal target altyd die unies en die jy weet SA Rugby en so, maar ek dink op skole vlak is waar die fondasie moet gelê word. So ek sien 'n groot leemte daar en ek sien 'n groot positiewe ding vir my.
When it just on that kicking future as a consultant, can you just give it to us again, just in English, and what also motivated you to invest your time in your retirement in blooding the next generation of kickers?
Yeah, I had a great meeting with the Bulls, and they wanted me to stay involved, especially at the juniors to help with the kicking game, and then on my own as well. I think there's a big gap at school level for that. I think there's not a lot of coaching on kicking and on fly off play, so I think that's a positive for me. And yeah, just I got the talents from above, so you don't wanna misuse it or lose it or whatever. So you wanna give it out to the people out there and just help where you can.
And when you started your journey, Henneke spoke a lot about emphasizing the accuracy of kicking. When you think back to your time and the start you had at the Bulls, Henneke, time with Frans Ludeker and the box, which coaches do you say would have had the biggest influence, and what are you going to take from them as you develop as a coach?
Yeah, I started with Henneke here, and Henneke was actually the one, because when I came here from Bloemfontein, I was actually more of a running fly-off. I wasn't a big, I think under 20 I wasn't even kicking. John had a career where he was playing wing or fullback, he was kicking. Vodacom Cup I wasn't kicking. Gideon Roux was our scrum off, he was kicking. So yeah, Henneke just told me if I want to play on a higher level, I must work on my kicking game. And that's where I started with Floxelia, and we put in the hot yards and all those days in the rain and stuff. We, on the field first and last one to leave. I think that's where it all started and where the hard work, paid off.
And 2010 winning Super Rugby, is that the biggest highlight of your career, you'd say?
Yeah, I think 2007, 2009 and 2010. I think 2009 and 2010 I was playing. 2007 I was on the bench for Derek Gougaard. So yeah, so that was definitely some of the highlights of my career. Winning those two trophies and especially playing at Orlando. I think still up to today one of my best vibe, of the best games I played, with the vibe and the vuvuzelas and everything there. I think it was a great atmosphere, and I think for South Africa it was a great thing as well.
Morné, op die veld is jy die ou wat altyd oorgekom het as hierdie koelkop ou, die druk verwerk, maar tog is dit deel van jou persoonlikheid, glo ek. Dis maar wie Morné Steyn is. Jy is ook nie 'n ou wat sommer kaarte gekry het op die veld nie. Jy moes 'n ref baie kwaad gemaak het voordat jy...
So
hier en daar was
speer tackle of
ja. Wat staan vir jou uit van daai wedstryde? Die groot drukwedstryde, Bulls-wedstryde, Springbok-wedstryde, wat staan vir jou uit? En as jy so 'n bietjie kan praat oor waar het jy regtig so kwaad geword dat jy amper iets snaaks gedoen het?
Ja, ek dink mens raak amper kwaad op die oefenveld. As dinge nie reg loop of jy probeer goeders in die week en dit werk jy uit en dan op die veld val op loskakelvlak nie sommer jou kop verloor nie. Val as jy skopper van die spanne is, jy moet die beheer vat as nie backs nie forward, so jy kan nie eintlik jou kop verloor nie. Maar dit gebeur maar in alle game, in enige sport of enige gebeure maar waar jy bietjie jou cool verloor. Maar gelukkig ja, oor die algemeen is ek 'n rustige ou. Ek is oor die algemeen nie ou wat my cool verloor sommer nie, so ek dink dit my gehelp deur die carrière ook, veral met die skoppe en die goeie, dat jy nie dinge groter maak as wat dit is nie. Ek dink dat as jy na die posisie speel, kan jy nie dink aan die negatiewe wat kan gebeur nie, jy kan nie dink as jy gaan miskop of wat kan verkeerd loop nie, so jy moet net altyd die positiewe raak sien.
Net laaste een oor die posisionele spel, oor die loskakelspel. Loskakelspel ontwikkel ook, ek glo dis jy sal saamstem. En veral senter en loskakelspel gekombineer is, wat voorsien jy, wat kom vir loskakelspel?
Ja, ek dink wat baie help, en mens sien dit in al die spanne, as jy fly of wat loskakel gespeel, dat senter toe skuif en jy kry 'n ander loskakel, waar daar amper 2 loskakels in 'n span is, amper sê soos die naweek wat ek en Johan Goosen saam speel. Is dit soveel as amper 2 ouens wat beheer vat agter. So dit maak dit net soveel makliker. Ek dink daai het toe Kater senter toe skuif ook en hulle Cruden ingebring het. Daai het kon jy ook gesien het die verskil en Aaron Major daai het saam met Kater gespeel het. So as jy ek dink as jy 2 koelkop ouens op die veld het en 2 ouens wat kan besluite maak, ek dink daar's 'n groot en ek dink dit help ook met die kicking game. Dat as jy net van 9 en 10 afkom, ek dink dis 'n groot leemte by ons ook in die hele Suid-Afrika. Ek dink die Stormers het gewys dit kan werk vir hulle of dit het gewerk vir hulle. Dis dit van 9 tot 15 moet jy almal kan skop of jy nou 'n boxkick skop of op en ander. Almal moet 'n running game, 'n kicking game kan speel. Net om die dinge bietjie die druk van die 10 en 9 af te dra. So ek dink daar's 'n groot variasie in of 'n groot verbetering in die backline wat in Suid-Afrika moet gebeur.
Can I just ask about your hardest opponent, local and international, and I guess it's probably an obvious question as well. Your favorite 9 to play with, probably for Reed Prayer.
Yeah, I think to start with that, I think to play with Reed was, I started my career with him, so I think he helped me a lot, and he actually pushed me to, just help me to. When I go to the Springboks, he was there as well, so that made my life a bit easier. And then, guys I played against, especially with the Springboks, guys like Dan Carter, you want to meet yourself against the best, and he's probably one of the best in the world, so that was always nice playing against him. And I never had the opportunity to play against Johnny Wilkinson. Was still a big dream for me to play against him, because I think he was also one of the best. Every time I played against England or Toulon in France, he wasn't playing, he wasn't 22 or 23. So in South Africa it's also a lot of guys I played against. When Ruan was playing fly off as well, always great, played against him as well, and it's just a lot of good players. So in South Africa it's so much talent, but I've seen overall I think Dan Carter was the nice guy I was playing with.
Hi Morné, just in English, can you talk to us through your first time being at Loftus and also just the emotion of Saturday and you're running out for the last time?
I think when I arrived here I was still 18 years old. It was my matriek holiday, so I spent most of it here doing fitness with the guys here and a lot of senior guys. I think at that stage, I told the guys now, there was a lot of senior junior mentality at that stage, so you actually felt like a schoolboy when you came here, and you rather sit on the floor and let the senior guys sit. And playing my last game on Saturday is it's emotional. It's a bit of a bittersweet. Actually looking forward to the life after rugby and just to plan ahead and to know how my things are working. With rugby you can't always plan that. But it's going to be a tough day on Saturday. It's the last one, but I'm looking forward.
Happy. Who would you say? No. Who would you say is the most talented Springbok you played against? This is also a press conference.
I was fortunate enough to play with most of them at the Bulls as well. I think a guy like Riekert is probably one of the best players South Africa had. Jacques Fourie on the defensive side, the attacking side, one of the best centers we had. And then Victor Bakkies, there's a lot of Skalkbergers there, John Smith, probably one of the best captains I played with. So overall, Brian Abana I played with, one of the best wingers in the world. So you can actually go through the whole team of 2009, 2010. It was just awesome guys, and most of them I played at the Bulls with.
Okay, so that pretty much answers the next question, which was who would be the standout player that you always remember playing alongside?
I think Fourie is just there. He helped me a lot when I came in as a 18, 19-year-old, and up to today I think he's got so much more to give to the rugby and South African rugby people. But he's one of those guys you don't want to, you just stay on his side and don't want to mingle too much with everyone. But I think for me, it's been a great player to play with.
Besides playing at Loftus, because this is the best place to play rugby, where else in the world did you enjoy running out?
Loftus B. There's a lot of good stadiums all over the world. I think the Millennium Stadium in Wales is an awesome stadium. I can go. I think the Millennium is probably one of the nicest ones I played. And yeah, in France I played at much smaller stadiums, but yeah, just the atmosphere in France is also amazing. Played the finals at Stade de France, so yeah, it's also one of the better ones. But I think the vibe in the French rugby, only now 20,000 people, but yeah, every weekend it's full and there's a great vibe, so it was awesome for me playing there as well.
And from memory, who was the hardest person to come up against international?
Yeah, it wasn't always nice to play against Nonu. It always came into my channel. It wasn't that you can all step you and go around you, or you can just go over you. You can decide. So that was always not nice to play against him.